So at this point I'm in the second before last crocodile stitch. So we're going to do together the last one. So I'm going to make a slip stitch in this next one double crochet, and we're going to do the last crocodile stitch together in the last 2 double crochet of this row. So I'm going to put my hook in the right side on the right double crochet from the right side of the stitch, and I'm going to put my hook under it, and I'm going to make 5 double crochet moving downwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1, and now we're going to do the last 5 double crochet moving upwards. So we're going to put our hook from the left side on the left double crochet. So we're going to put our hook under this stitch, and we're going to work 5 double crochet moving upwards. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this was our last crocodile stitch. And at this point, let's see how our rows grow. So in the first row with crocodile stitches, we have a total of 12 crocodile stitches. This is our first row. And in the second row, because we make 2 double crochet over the 1 double crochet, we have a total of 13 double crochet. So the first row we have a total of 12 stitches. In the second row we have a total of 13 stitches. So in the third row now we're gonna have 12 stitches again. If you have 14 as a total, that means they have made a mistake somewhere, because we want the crocodile stitches from the first row to line up with the ones in the third row that we're gonna do now. So if you have an X amount of stitches in the first row, in the second row you're going to have X stitches plus 1, and in the third row you're going to have the X amount of stitches again. So what we're going to do in order to have the same amount of stitches, we're going to turn our work, and I'm going to work a slip stitch in the beginning of this last double crochet, where I'm going to make a slip stitch. I'm going to work a slip stitch in the middle of this double crochet, and I'm going to work a slip stitch in the middle of my crocodile stitch. Right here in the eye of the crocodile stitch, I am going to work a slip stitch. So my row is going to begin in the middle of this double crochet. So I'm going to work a slip stitch, and now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And because in the previous row this was a space where we made the 2 double crochet, in this row we're going to have the 1 double crochet where we're going to work the slip stitch. So this is a 1 double crochet in the 2 double crochet that we had in the previous rows. So that's why we chain 3, and we're going to chain 1 more, and this is my chain 1. So the 3 chains count as my double crochet, and the chain 1 is my chain 1 space. So going to the next stitch is my 1 double crochet, so I'm going to work 2 double crochet on this stitch. 1, 2, chain 1, and in the eye of the crocodile stitch we're going to work 1 double crochet. Chain 1, in the 1 double crochet we're going to make 2 double crochet. Chain 1, in the eye of the crocodile stitch we're going to make 1 double crochet. Chain 1, in the 1 double crochet we're going to work 2 double crochet. So see how in the next row the crocodile stitches are going to line up with the ones in the first row of crocodile stitches. So in the 1 double crochet we're going to work 2 double crochet, 1, 2, chain 1. In the eye of the crocodile stitch we're going to work 1 double crochet, chain 1. On top of the 1 double crochet we're going to work 2 double crochet, 1, 2, chain 1, make 1 double crochet in the eye of the crocodile stitch, chain 1, make 2 double crochet on top of the 1 double crochet, 1, 2, chain 1, make 1 double crochet in the eye of the crocodile stitch, chain 1, make 2 double crochet on top of the 1 double crochet, 1, 2, chain 1, make 1 double crochet in the eye of the crocodile stitch, chain 1, make 2 double crochet on top of the 1 double crochet, 1, 2, chain 1, make 1 double crochet in the eye of the crocodile stitch, chain 1, make 2 double crochet on top of the 1 double crochet, 1, 2, chain 1, make 1 double crochet in the eye of the crocodile stitch, chain 1, 2 double crochet on top of the 1 double crochet, 1, 2, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the eye of the crocodile stitch, chain 1, 2 double crochet in the one on top of the 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the eye of the crocodile stitch, chain 1, make 2 double crochet on top of the 1 double crochet, chain 1, make 1 double crochet on top of the in the eye of the crocodile stitch, chain 1, 2 double crochet on top of the 1 double crochet, chain 1, and make your last double crochet in the eye of the crocodile stitch. And this is your last stitch because in the previous row is where you made your first 2 double crochet. So this is our last stitch. Chain 1, and we're going to turn our work, and we're going to work the first 2 crocodile stitches together. So I'm going to put my hook on the right side from on the right stitch from the right side under, and I'm going to work 5 double crochet moving downwards. And then I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to put my hook under the left stitch from the left side, and I'm going to work 5 double crochet moving upwards. So let's put our hook under the right stitch from the right side, and I'm going to turn the work so I have the stitch in front of me, and we're going to work 5 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1. And now we're going to work 5 double crochet under the left stitch, and I'm going to put my hook from the left side of the stitch. So I'm going to put it from the left side under, and I'm going to work 5 double crochet moving upwards. One, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now we're going to work a slip stitch in the 1 double crochet. We're going to make a slip stitch, and now we're going to work in the next 2 double crochet, and we're going to make 5 double crochet, we're going to work 5 double crochet on the right side of the stitch, and we're going to work 5 stitches moving downwards. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Chain 1, and now we're going to turn our work, and we're going to work 5 double crochet on the left stitch from the left side. So we're going to put our hook from the left side on the left stitch, and we're going to work 5 stitches moving upwards. So we're going to put our hook under the stitch, and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Put your hook in the 1 double crochet and make a slip stitch. And this is how you're going to work the rest of the row. This is how you're going to work the rest of the row, the same exact way as we did the previous rows. And we see how in the 3rd row with the crocodile stitches, the stitches line up with the ones from the 1st row. So each crocodile stitch is being created in between the 2 crocodile stitches from the previous row, from the 2nd row. So we're going to continue the rest of the row off camera, and when I finish I'm going to turn my video on and back again. So I'm almost done this row. We're going to work the slip stitch together. We're going to work the last stitch together. I've made my last crocodile stitch, and this is the 1 double crochet in the end. So this is the chain 4. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 stitches from the bottom, and I'm going to put my hook in the 3rd stitch, and I'm going to work a slip stitch, and I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And because this double crochet was my 1 double crochet for the row, I'm going to work 2 double crochet in the same stitch. The chain 3 was my first double crochet, so I'm going to work 1 more double crochet in the same stitch. So the crocodile stitch that's going to be created in that 2 double crochet is going to line up with the 1 crocodile stitch from the 2nd row. So I'm going to work 1 more double crochet in the same stitch. So I have 2 double crochet in the 1st stitch. I'm going to chain 1 and make 1 double crochet in the eye of the crocodile stitch. Chain 1, make 2 double crochet on top of the 1 double crochet. 1, 2, chain 1. And this is how we're going to continue the rest of the row up until the end. Over here on the 2 double crochet, we're going to make 1 double crochet, and on the last double crochet you're going to work 2 double crochet to finish your row. So we're going to continue the rest of the row off camera. So in this last double crochet we're going to work our last 2 double crochet for this row. So I'm almost on my row, and I left the last stitch so we can work it together. So in this last double crochet I'm going to put my hook, and I'm going to make my last 2 double crochet for this row, because this was a 1 double crochet in the previous row. So I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. So on these first 2 stitches, I'm going to put my hook under the right stitch from the right side, and I'm going to turn my work, and I'm going to work 5 stitches moving downwards. and then I'm going to put my hook from the left side on the left stitch, and I'm going to put my hook under it, and I'm going to work 5 stitches moving upwards. So let's start, and I'm going to put my hook under the right stitch, and I'm going to work 5 double crochet. One, two, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1. Now we're going to put our hook under the left stitch from the left side, and we're going to work 5 more stitches moving upwards. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm going to put my hook in this one double crochet, and I'm going to make a slip stitch. Oops. Slip stitch. And now we're going to work the next double crochet together. So we see how this first double crochet of the 4th row lines up with the one from the 2nd row. So all even number rows are going to line up together, and all the odd number rows are going to line up together. Excuse me. So now we're going to work our next pair of 2 double crochet, and I'm going to put my hook from the right side on the right double crochet, and I'm going to work 5 stitches moving downwards. And then we're going to put our hook under the left stitch from the left side, and we're going to work 5 double crochet moving upwards. So I'm going to put my hook under the right double crochet. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 1, and I'm going to turn my work and work 5 double crochet under the left stitch. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm going to put my hook in this one double crochet. See how the crocodile stitches line up from the 2nd row? So each crocodile stitch in this row is being worked in between the 2 crocodile stitches from the previous row, excuse me. So I'm going to put my hook in this one double crochet, and I'm going to make a slip stitch. And we're going to work the rest of the row off camera. The pattern is exactly the same. And once you come to the last 2 stitches, you're going to work 5 double crochet on these 2 double crochet over here. 5 double crochet on the one side, chain 1, and 5 double crochet on the left double crochet. So this is going to be your last crocodile stitch for the row. So I'm almost done my row. We're going to work the last 2 stitches together. So I'm going to put my hook under the right stitch from the right side, and I'm going to work 5 double crochet moving downwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 1. And now we're going to work 5 more double crochet under the left stitch from the left side. And this is going to be our last crocodile stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1, and we're gonna cut the yarn because we're finished. We're not gonna work any more crocodile stitches. We have completed 4 rows. So I'm gonna cut my yarn, pull the loop, and tighten up. So this is how our pixie hat is going to look like. This is going to be our front side. Well, if you'd like, you could have made more rows of crocodile stitch. You could add 1 or 2 rows more, so you could have made less rows of the double crochet and make more rows of the crocodile stitch. That depends on how you like your work to be. So once we've finished, what we're going to do now is we're going to connect the back side of our pixie hat to make it look like a hood, and we're going to connect it by making slip stitches. So this is the right side of my work, and we're going to turn our work upside down. So we're going to make our slip stitches from the wrong side. So when you're making your slip stitches, you're going to be looking to the back side of your crocodile stitches. So I'm going to connect both of my sides. And I'm going to put my hook in the one side of on the first stitch of my one side. Putting my hook in the first stitch, and in the first stitch in the opposite side. And I'm going to attach my yarn. Just grab the yarn and pull it through both of the sides, chain 1. So now I'm going to put my hook in the second stitch from the front side and the second stitch in the back side, and I'm going to work a slip stitch in the third stitch of the front side and the third stitch in the back side, and I'm going to work a slip stitch in the fourth stitch of the front side and the fourth stitch in the back side, and I'm going to work a slip stitch, the fifth stitch of the front side and the fifth stitch of the back side, and we're going to work a slip stitch, the sixth stitch of the front side and the sixth stitch in the back side, and we're going to work a slip stitch, 7th stitch of the front side and 7th stitch of the back side, and we're going to work a slip stitch, 8th stitch of the front side and 8th stitch of the back side, and we're going to work a slip stitch, 9th stitch of the front side, 9th stitch in the back side, and we're going to work a slip stitch, and my 10th stitch of the front side, 10th stitch on the back side, and we're going to work a slip stitch. So this is how you're going to work your slip stitches up until you finish all of this row. You're going to be doing the same stitch in the front side and the same stitch in the back side of your hood of your pixie hat, and we're going to finish this row off camera. This is how it looks. That's why we do it on the wrong side of our work. So I'm finished all of my row of slip stitches. So this is my last slip stitch. I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to cut my yarn, pull the loop, and tighten up. And this is how our work looks like. This is how our pixie hat looks like. So once we've done our slip stitches on the back, what we're going to do now is we're going to add a cord on each side of my pixie hat to make it look a little nicer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach my yarn on the second row of crocodile stitch. This is the first one. So I'm going to attach my yarn on the second row where I have my 1 double crochet in the beginning of the row. So I have my 1 double crochet in the beginning of the row. I'm going to attach my yarn over here. I'm just going to turn my hood so it looks, I can work easy, it's easier for me to work. So I'm going to attach my yarn, chain 1, and I'm going to make a single crochet under the same space so I secure my yarn better. And I'm going to chain 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So I want my cord to be about 25 centimeters long. So this is about 21. I'm going to add 3 more chains. 33, 34, and 35. So we're going to count 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to make a double crochet in the 4th chain. And I'm going to make 2 more double crochet in the same stitch, in the same chain. So I'm going to be working 3 double crochet in the first 5 chains. So this is the first chain, so I'm going to add 2 more double crochet in here. So 1 and 2, and I'm going to make 3 double crochet in the second stitch, in the stitch after that. One, 2, and 3. In the next stitch, which is the third one, I'm going to make 3 more double crochet in the same chain. 1, 2, 3. In the 4th stitch, which is the next one, we're going to work 3 more double crochet. 1, 2, 3 double crochet in the same stitch, and the next one, which is the 5th chain, I'm going to make 3 more double crochet. 1, 2, 3 double crochet in the same stitch. So this is how we make a little curl over here and the end of our cord. So now we're going to work 2 double crochet for the rest of our chains up until we finish our cord. We're going to be working 2 double crochet in every stitch. 1, 2 stitches in the next stitch. 1, 2 in the next stitch. 1, 2 in the next stitch, and this is how we're going to continue up until we finish our chains. 2 double crochet in every stitch, and I'm going to continue the rest of my cord off camera. So I'm almost finished. I'm left with my last chain. I'm going to do my last 2 double crochet. 1, 2, and I'm going to put my hook in the same space of this 1 double crochet where I connected my yarn, in the same space, and I'm going to work a slip stitch and a chain 1, and I'm going to cut my yarn, pull the loop, and tighten up. And this is how we're going to work the same exact way we're going to work the cord on the opposite side of our pixie head. So this is how our cord looks like. It's curly like this. So we're going to attach the yarn in the same exact double crochet in the opposite side, in this one double crochet of the second row. We're going to attach the yarn over here, and we're going to make the 35 chains, and we're going to work the same stitches in every stitch. So I've completed this cord also. What we're going to do now is we're going to secure our yarns, and we want to secure the yarns in the back sides of the loops of the double crochet, because we want the stitches to be on the back side so they're not visible on the front side of our work. So I'm going to do that off camera again. So at this point I have secured all my yarns. This is how our pixie hat looks like, and this is nice for all ages, even for us, the adults. And this is a nice hat to work for very curly hair, because I know that the regular hats don't fit us with very curly hair. This is a very nice hat for this kind of hair, and it'll fit us very well. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you like the video. Thanks again. Bye bye.